You want to find a good book to read, then snap your fingers and follow me. At Black Girls Inc. will help you find that book, the perfect book for you to read. From black authors that look like you and me, here on Black Girls Inc. with Sister Goose and Sugar Mommy. Here on Black Girls Inc. Hey everybody, it's your girl, Sister Goose. Sorry, my husband forgot to put my curtain down. And Sugar Mama's in the background. And welcome to Black Girls Inc. And y'all know what I am today. I am so excited. Okay? Because today I'm going to be interviewing a member of Black Girls Inc. I interviewed her on the podcast, but this time I'm interviewing her live, and I read her book. Yes. So we're about to have a convo about her book and what she's doing now. Yes. Please welcome the author of the book, I'm Not Leaving You, I'm Loving Me, Carla. Hey. Welcome, Carla.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I don't see you.
You don't see
me? No.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to take us down and bring us back up, everybody. Hold up.
It's only 7.
Can you see me?
No, it's frozen.
I don't know why it's doing that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. That's all that matters, because on Facebook and YouTube, they can see me and you. Oh, no. What just happened? So she went off.
Well, come back.
All right, let's give her a second. No. So we're just going to give Carla a second to come back on. Everyone, please hold on. We're having technical difficulties. But while I'm waiting for her to come back, I just want y'all to know this is a very, very good book. I read it myself as I was going through a midlife crisis, as I call it. Here you go, Carla. So I'm very excited to talk about Carla's book today. Can you see me now, Carla?
I can see you.
Good. So, Carla, can you tell everyone the name of your book and what it is about?
Here she is. My name is Carla E. Criswell, and my book is called I'm Not Leaving You, I'm Loving Me. It is my personal memoir to my journey through self-healing, my journey to self-love and self-discovery. So.
Yes. And what made you say, I'm going to write a book, not only about myself, but I'm going to share some things that I've been dealing with personally with the world?
Well, I felt like that I got to the point where I needed this book to help me. Like I needed to do some revealing in order to heal. And once I started to write the book and started to, attack some things that happened to me in my past, trauma, tragedies, I realized that I probably was not the only one. And I wanted to make sure that women understood that things they're going through, they don't have to go through it alone, that there are other people out there that are having the same experiences as they are. And it's so great to have someone to share those experiences with, but also be excited about seeing someone's journey on the other side. Like this is like, for me, inspiring other women to keep doing the work, because there are successes at the other end. There are there is happiness at the other end. There's freedom. And so my book offers that to women as they read it, that whatever you're going through, please understand that you're not alone. And once you get started on your journey and you keep going, that you're going to be really excited that you started this journey, because you're going to be in for a ride of just understanding who you are, the importance of being authentic, and understanding that, you have to love yourself first before you can accept or give love to anyone else.
Yes, yes, yes. And may I say, yes, Mom, snaps to that. My mom's like snapping in the background. May I say, me and my mother read your book, and I interviewed her before, as I said, y'all. So I read it a little bit before, and I read the whole thing after. And I just have to say, she's not a therapist, but my goodness, it felt like it was therapy for me, because it made me reflect on myself. And you are exactly right. As a reader, you definitely made me feel like I was not alone. Because I told you before, as I was interviewing you, I definitely was going through a midlife crisis. I'm coming out of it now.
Yes, ma'am.
But I was in it when we met. So I definitely do appreciate you sharing your story. And that leads me into my next question, because in this book, you share some very personal and deep things. And I just wanted to ask you, what gave you the courage to share? Because you even said there was things in the book that people didn't really know about until they read it. So what gave you that strength to share all of your story like that?
Well, I didn't want anyone else telling my story. As people started to get to know me and started to do things, and I started talking about, where I was in my life, I wanted to make sure that the story was being told my way, so that way people can understand the importance of this journey was for me. And I also wanted to share those things again, because I knew that I was not the only one dealing with, trying to understand and process, being raped, understanding the process of losing everything when you're facing, a court case, and how that can be so damaging to your public appearance and, your reputation and your job and your family, right? So people always, when they get in those situations, they feel like they are alone, but they also feel ashamed of it. And it's like that, you don't have to feel ashamed, because you're human. Everyone has their own mess and their own baggage they carry around. It's how you unpack it and how you deal with it that makes the difference. And so I felt like that if I was going to tell my story, I had to be authentic. I had to be very transparent. And I had to be vulnerable, so that my readers could trust me on this journey and understand that, okay, if she could do it, if she can share her story, if she's no longer afraid or ashamed about what she went through, then I shouldn't be either. So let me get my bags, honey, and let me unpack it and heal some things, so I can, get on this journey to healing as well.
Yes, because definitely what I love about your book, and I said this before, we got a lot of how-to books and get-through books, but we never really had books that explain and show how they went through some mess, or show me that you can relate to what I'm going through, because it's different to me if you just had the how-to book or let me show you book, but I don't feel like you're sharing your mess with me. Like, how can I trust you and saying you understand and stuff if I don't even know what your dirt is? Like, so it's yours. I definitely give you kudos for that and sharing, because it is very empowering my sisters and my brothers, because brothers can read it too. So it's very empowering. And I wanted to ask you, after you wrote this book, because I know for me, when I was writing my books, that it gave me some self-healing. It gave me something out of writing my books. So after you was done writing your book, what did it give you?
It gave me some relief, because it was my way of getting all that junk out of that was inside of me that was killing me, everything I was hiding from myself, the internal struggle of being the person that everyone thinks I should be versus the person that I really am inside. And so it gave me comfort and gave me comfort in being my authentic self. And it also was reflection. After I wrote the book and published it, I actually went back and read it. And I was like, oh my goodness, the growth of myself. And then to see myself glow after all that stuff I went through. And I was like, this is what I needed. But also, and I said this before, that I wrote the book as a conversation to my younger self. So after I read it, I thought, what if I had this book when I was 15, 18, 21? Some things that I could have done differently, or approached differently if I had this tool. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and publish it, because it is for women, 25 plus, but also this is for my young girls as well. So they can start doing the work at a younger age, understand the importance of loving themselves. They don't have to lean on another person to feel their worth and that they're valued. They don't have to give up themselves to get things from the world. And whatever they want in life, they have the ability to go get it for themselves, right? And the power of your no, like for me, that was a struggle to say no to things. I was always saying yes to everything because I wanted to please everyone. I wanted no one to be disappointed with me. But once I started to say no, especially to things that were detrimental to my life, it gave me space to say yes for things that I wanted, that I needed, that I deserved for myself.
Well, that's good right there.
I got a drink and snap to that, because that
was good right there. For that,
when
good.
She said the power of the no,
yes,
that,
and then hold up, frees up some space.
For you. Yes, free up some space for you. Say that, right, Mom? Look, she on the sideline. My mom don't feel good, but she feeling everything you saying. Right. And Lisa said, yes, real. Okay. When you hear someone else go through the same thing and how they overcame it, I truly agree. And I even told you, Carla, how I believe your book's going to help a lot of younger Black women. Yes. And I'm glad you said even under the age of 25, because I believe that too, because them teenagers be going through some stuff. I mean, I'm speaking from my own experience. I went through some stuff that I shouldn't have gone through until I was like 20, but I've been going through it, and the power in that no, how serious, like that is so true. And I feel like a lot of young girls don't realize the power in that no, because we always want somebody to like us.
Right.
We want to fit in. And sometimes we scared to say no because we're afraid of what it do. But your no is powerful. Your no is valid. Your feelings are important. And I know we said a lot, but it really is okay not to fit in.
Right.
And I know it's easier said than done, but I just love it, Carla. You know I love it, girl. I can't get too deep up in it. Okay. So
yes, right though. Yes.
Yes. So what do you hope that the new readers, because I know you got some readers already, but the new readers, what are you hoping that they get out of it after they read your book?
Once you get the book, I'm Not Leaving You, I'm Loving Me, and it's available on Amazon. So go ahead and download it on ebook or grab you a paper copy. But I hope that they get a sense of who they are when they read it, right? And I want them to read it with an open eye. And, I had some people say, well, I really can't relate to a lot of things in your book, but I understood your journey. I appreciate you sharing that. But it's not really about if you can't relate to my personal story, but can you relate to the lessons that I learned? I think everybody can relate to understanding the power of forgiveness. And that is really not for other people. It's for you. It's to release you from the bondage and being hostage to the baggage. Once you can forgive yourself for allowing yourself to, go through certain things, for allowing yourself to accept hurt, okay, to accept disappointment. So you can value that. I think everybody can identify with that. I think everyone can identify with understanding that you need to trust yourself to make decisions. You don't have to always lean on other people to make decisions for yourself.
Exactly.
You have the strength and power and the wisdom inside of you already. You just have to go out there and just use it for your own good, right? Understanding that, realizing when you're in danger, when is your self-worth being challenged? When are you in a point in your life where you don't feel like that you are receiving everything that you're giving out into the world? Understanding that you need to pour more into yourself. I think everyone can relate to that.
Yes.
Moving in silence. We love to celebrate and acknowledge and, tell everybody everything's going on in our life. But sometimes we have to be silent and just do things behind the scenes, because everybody that's rooting for us with, pom-poms are not really rooting for us. And sometimes we want them to get in our way and to strip us from our purpose and our truth, right? Because we're so focused on getting, acknowledgments and accolades from them when we're not even giving ourselves, hand claps and applauding our own progress that we're making in our own lives. So I think there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from this book. Even if you can't directly relate to my story, I think you can relate to the lessons that I learned along the way.
Yes, I truly agree. Okay. I love this book, y'all. And I'm not just saying it to say it. I love all the books I've been reading from my pen sisters during this interview. Like y'all all made me a real reader.
Right.
Okay. And I'm enjoying it, Sister Goose be having, I literally, kid you not, Carla, I have to pick 3 books and schedule them 2 days each. I go back and forth through the book. But what I love about your book, okay, y'all, what I love about Carla's book is you can read that book in 2 days. Like, if you really want to, because it's not a big book, you can read it. And what I really love is at the beginning of her book, she gives you the index and the contents. Yes, Mom, thank you. And I love how the second time I read it, because I read your book twice. The second time I read it, I didn't read it in order. I picked a chapter that spoke to me, and I read it. And what I love is your book doesn't have to be read in order. People can start where they feel they need to start. And it's still just as powerful if you read the book out of order. Like, did you plan that, or is that just something that God told you to do?
Well, I didn't plan it. After I wrote the book and kind of organized it, I felt the same way. I was like, oh, this is great that you can look at the chapters and start where you need. But also, it's amazing because for people who read it a second time, like you did, you can go back to a chapter that you need at that moment. If you need affirmation on trusting yourself, it's right there. I got it, honey. You can go to that page. Oh, okay. In myself, I trust. Oh, page 40. I got that. Understanding that disrespecting me, respecting you should not disrespect me. The power of being respected, how you give it and receive it. Oh, I need to get that. I need to pick up on that. Okay. Somebody's trying to disrespect me. So let me go back and get some affirmation on that. Oh, there it is. Page, 15. So I love the fact that it just felt like that. It was just, it was God. It wasn't on purpose, but I'm glad that it worked out that way.
Well, he led you right. Look, accidentally on purpose, as they say. It wasn't on purpose for you, but God knew what he wanted you to do. So
he did, yes.
I love that. So look, I'm going to say, because we about to talk about some good stuff, y'all, because I keep up on my members, okay? To do support, she keep up on her members. She always see what's going on. And I have to say in front of all of you and my sister, because I remember when she first dropped this book, around the time she first dropped it, and I told Carla I felt like God was going to do some big things with her with this book. And I said, remember me when that time come, girl.
Yes, okay.
God's going to do some big things with her in this book. I just felt that it was a very powerful book, because if it helped me, And I'm not really, I told you, I'm not into self-help books all like that. I'm not. You was one of the first ones I read, but I digged it. I loved it. And I just knew that this book was going to be powerful. It was going to be something. And I'm just so proud of you, Carla. I'm not going to cry, okay? But
Thank you.
I did cry when I saw some of your accomplishments. I ain't going to lie, I did, y'all. But I'm just so proud of you. You are doing big things, and I just want to give you the chance to share some of them. So what's been new with you since you first started to book to now?
Yes. Well, God has been amazing, and I'm just loving everything he's doing inside of me and with me and throughout me and around me, with this book and just with me in my personal life, period. So since the book dropped, I've been on Amazon bestselling list like 4 times. So I'm super excited about that. So I can add best-selling author on my title. Yeah, so I'm super excited. Amazing. Yes. I've been doing some empowerment speaking. I've been working with mentoring groups and sharing my story with their young girls. So I'm super excited about that. I just finished a pop-up shop where I was able to sell some books there. I'm now part of a Sow a Seed marketing group through Sonship Publishing. Shout out to Vanessa Johnson. I love her and her dream team. They've been really helping me be more visible and get my book out there to the world, honey. So that has opened up doors with working with other people on their podcasts. I've been in magazines. So shout out to Curvy Girl magazine for putting me in there not once, but twice in her magazine. So I'm super excited about that. And I have so many things coming this spring. I have some other interviews that I'm going to be doing. They're going to be coming out pretty soon. I just finished one with Cynthia Austin. She's amazing.
Yes.
Tim's company. I did one with them for Women's History Month. That should be out by March 13th. I have another interview with an Amazon influencer, Karen Crick, that's coming up at the end of the month. So yeah, I'm just trying to find whatever avenue I can find to get my story out there, to get my book out there, so I can help other women start this journey. And, listen, we're in the season of healing, revealing, and thriving. And so wherever I can get there to help women do that, I'm going to be there. Okay? I'm going to be there, honey. I'm moving and shaking.
Yes.
Besides that, I'm still working on 2 books. I have 2 books I'm working on. I have a street urban literature book I'm working on, and I'm working on an affirmation journal. Then hopefully I can get them both out by the end of the year. So I've been really productive.
Yes. Look, I love how she slid me some tea in there. Let me drink this. I ain't that thirsty now.
Yeah. But I do want to say, though, Sister Goose, to you, I want to give you your flowers and accolades now, because you gave my first author's interview. You gave me your platform to share my book, my story, my journal. You've been nothing but authentic and true and kind and compassionate and supportive of me since I slid into your DM asking to be on your show. And I'm loving the growth of you and your platform. I mean, you're doing your thing on Clubhouse. You're doing your thing with Black Girls Inc. and Black Girl and Men Inc. With your books and with your, bring your books to life. I'm glad that God put me in your presence, because you are amazing. And I'm loving this journey that he has you on, girl. And wherever I go, you're coming with me, because it started with you. And thank you.
Oh, girl, Carla, I wasn't ready for that, girl. Oh, thank you. Thank
No,
you.
thank you.
Much. That means a lot to me, because when I interview people and I really tell them that they are a Black Girls Inc. member, I mean it. And I really do support, and I really do care. And so to hear you say that means the world to me, because that means that I'm doing the job that I felt that I meant to do. That means I'm doing it right. So I'm so glad. So thank you for giving me my flowers. Now, look, y'all, we both gave each other flowers.
Amen. Okay.
Yes.
support queens, honey. That's what we do here. We
Yes,
support each
that's
other, uplift each
sisterhood
other.
right there. Pin sisters for life. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Woo. Look, let me get these tears going now. 'Cause I was So, Carla, because you've been an author, has it been a year yet?
August will be a year. So my book
Almost. So you almost been an author for a year.
Yes.
And when you do, let me know that date because I always give authors shout outs on their anniversary on the show. So when it's your anniversary, let me know. Carla, what do you love so far about being an author?
I'm loving the feedback and the connections that I've made with other women, other authors, other readers. You know, when I first published it, my thing was if I can get one person to read it and they feel like that it's going to change their life, then my job is done. I'm good. I can close the book and I don't have to worry about doing nothing else. My purpose is served. But when I'm getting emails and messages and my, Amazon comments about how this book has really inspired women, have made them dig deeper into themselves, have made some transformations in their lives. I'm like, this is my purpose. This is what God is putting me here to do at this moment. And so now I just have to go out there and make sure I serve it every day and that I do it every day. But that is what I love about being an author is just making those connections, hearing those stories and testimonies from women that didn't think they had the courage inside of them to walk away from whatever they was trying to walk away from. And to hear that my book, my story did that for them.
Yes.
That's everything to me. That's everything to me.
That's what's up. And look, I forgot to tell you too, Carla. So those who didn't watch, we did a panel for the Black Women Struggle.
We did.
Carla was on it. A lot of people love that. We're still getting replays from that episode. Yes, thank you for being a part of that episode with us, Carla. And Carla put her book on sale for 99 cents. And I forgot to tell you, girl, I had to send that link out 10 times because people wanted to get the book. Yes, so I'm hoping they really got it because he was like, well, send me the links.
They did.
Yes, I'm hoping people got it. It sounds like they did. I know a few people who told me they was enjoying it so far. And don't worry, I told them, leave a review.
Yes.
Everybody, leave a review. It's very important. Leave review.
Yes.
So I was not ready to get hit with that though, because sometimes after show people hit me personally. And I was like, dang, they blowing my phone up. They like, send me the link. Send me the link. I'm like, look in the comments. They was like, it's not in the comments. I said, oh, dang. Okay, here's the link. So I just wanted to congratulate you for that as well, that people was intrigued by your story and who you was, because I had a couple people tell me. Of course, they told me about all the other girls too, but I had a couple people tell me about you and how much your story helped them, and that's why they wanted to get your book.
Yes, I appreciate that. And I have another book party coming up too, March 28th at 6 p.m. My book will go back on sale on Amazon. The ebook will be 99 cents and the paperback will be $7.99. You cannot beat that deal. So mark the calendars for March 28th, starting at 6 o'clock p.m. You can go to Amazon.com and you can download the ebook for 99 cents or get the paperback for $7.99.
Oh, that's what's up. So look, I'm gonna have to invite you because I'm setting up to invite a couple people because I'm doing my book release that day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to invite you to remind people, hey, we got a sale going on too today. Okay. I got you, Carla. I got you.
Yes.
That's what's up. I'm gonna give me another one. I don't care if I got it. I'm gonna get it on my husband's account.
Listen, buy one, okay? Give it for a gift, honey.
I'm gonna get another one. Okay. So I want to talk about something else too, people, that Carla is very strong on, that I really respect her for as an author. Why is it so important for you to talk about depression? Why is that a very important topic for you with depression in the Black community?
Because I didn't realize I was depressed. And that was important because I was suffering and didn't realize I was suffering. I was covering up with everything else. I thought I was just tired, overwhelmed. I thought, it was a whole bunch of other things going on. And I really didn't realize that it was an internal struggle. And when we don't talk about it, it eats at our soul. It becomes a cancer in our body. And then it shows up in other aspects, other parts of our lives. And so I want to talk about it, and I want to share that I was in a depressing state. I was depressed because I know somebody else felt that same way and scared to acknowledge it, because when we say that we're depressed or we have some type of mental, illness or incapacity, people think that we're crazy, that, ain't nothing wrong with you, and you just want some medicine. They always try to cover it up, make us not real, make us feel like that we're less than, and it's not a real issue, especially in the Black community. We don't think mental health is a real issue for a long time. And I think with the pandemic, now our community is really realizing how real mental health is and how important it is that we take care of ourselves mentally, because we had to get shut off from the world, right?
Right.
And we were stuck at home with our kids and husbands and boyfriends and parents, and we couldn't get out like we usually could to vent or go places, take that time. Yeah. So we had to actually sit in it. And so, I think it's important that we understand that if you feel that way, it's okay. You're not alone. It's okay to seek help. You don't have to find alcohol and drugs or, go out here and just let loose because you don't want to acknowledge that you're struggling with something. You can seek help. It's okay. Therapy's okay. Talking to a friend that you can trust. It's important to have a sister circle, or for guys, have a man circle that's going to love you, uplift you, encourage you, but also hold you accountable. I know judgment zone for you as well. I think that's one reason why we don't talk about mental health, because of the judgment that comes behind it. So I think it's really important that if you have those feelings of anxiety, depression, where you just feel like you just can't get it together, nothing is making you happy, you get to a spot in your life where you don't feel like that even living is important, I encourage you to go get help. There's a lot of resources out there for you. Call your local health department, talk to your doctor. They can, refer you to someone to talk to, but we have to stop putting this stigma on mental health, especially in the Black community. Our young kids, our babies are watching us, and we need to break that cycle. If we're having issues with depression and mental health issues, who knows? Our babies may be too. They may be dealing with that. And so we need to make it where they feel comfortable in coming to us, right, as parents. Communicate with us about how they're feeling, what they're thinking, what they're going through. So then we can help them get the resources and the tools they need as well.
Yes. I commend you for talking about that. And I just had to tell y'all a little bit of background story, okay, for the Black woman struggle. So first of all, Carla's the first author that I had came on that talked about depression. So she's a part of our Black Girls Inc. history. She's one of the first authors that came on to even talk about that subject, that wasn't afraid to, and made me feel comfortable as well. Like, she gave me the courage to be strong and stand in my truth and say, I suffer with it as well. So you are a part of Black Girl Inc. history. And she's also the reason why we did start the Black Girls Inc. Black Women Struggle. Carla was the reason we started that topic, because me and her was talking about on our interview how women really need to talk about it, and we don't really talk about stuff we deal with. So I just want to say thank you, Carla. For those who don't know, Carla is part of the reason why we started that panel. And we talked about it a year ago, but we said we need to do it, and we said it, and we did it. So
we did.
I just wanted to say thank you, Carla, for definitely standing out and speaking up for women like me and other women who struggle with depression, and letting us know that we're not crazy, because it was hard for me to talk about it. But I felt so comfortable talking about it with you. So you definitely helped me open up that door of my own bravery, of owning my own struggle with depression as well. So give her some snaps, y'all. Yes. So you know me, Carla. Okay, I know you gave me a little bit of tea, but you know I be trying to get more than that because I'm great. So you said you working on 2 more books. So like, what kind of 2 more books is these? Can I get a little hint, little something?
Okay, well, I will for you, Sister Goose. I will let you know. One, the affirmation journal and quotes book is not part 2 of my book. A lot of people ask me, when's part 2 coming out? I'm not ready because the journey is still happening. Okay, I'm still on the journey. But the affirmation journal for me is basically quotes and things that I've used as my tools. It's my toolkit. I'm giving you my toolkit that I actually use on this journey. And I'm going to reveal the title. Okay. So because it will be out by the end of the year, hopefully sooner if I can, get some more time in. But the title is Baby Girl, Wipe Your Tears. We Are Healing Now. So that is.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, baby girl, wipe them tears. We're healing now. Okay. Yes.
Let me fan myself off because woo! That was some good tea, y'all. Did y'all get that? Go ahead and just wipe your chin a little bit, y'all. I'll take that.
So I've been saving it. People ask me about it, so I'm saving for Sister Goose. But yes, I've came with a title. I loved it because I feel like that, with the healing process and the journey, it's okay to cry. Crying is freeing. But after the tears are wiped away, we got work to do. We got work to do.
Heal. Get up, sis. We could do this. Carla, I love that title. Look, Carla's like me. She a mama. She got handle things, y'all. That's how I be. I be like, get it. I love that title.
Thank you.
That is so catchy. Carla, that's another hitter. And I don't need you to tell me, look, even from a little bit you told me what it's about. I ain't even read it yet, but that's a hitter. Yeah. That's another top seller.
A year from now.
Oh my goodness.
I just feel like that with this book, it needed a toolkit. I need a toolkit. People need to know what my tools were actually, what I use daily on this journey, because the journey keeps going. I think sometimes people feel like once you get to a spot where you feel a little relief, you can smile a little bit, then you're ready to face the world. And then when you get out there, you're like, I wasn't quite ready. I still got some work to do. So this book is going to be your toolkit so you can keep staying on the path, keep healing yourself, revealing it, healing it, and thriving. So I thought this would be a great addition to the first book.
Yes. I'm clapping for that. I'm not even snapping because I'm so proud. That's going to be so good. Thank you for that tea.
Yes.
Look, I'm full now.
I was going to share it on the Black Girl Struggle. I said, no, I'm going to save it for March 10th when I sit down with my girl 101. I'm going to save it for tea time.
Yes, because look, there was so much going on that panel. We need people to take what you just said in. Yeah. Because I don't know if y'all know when you hear something powerful, but I do. And when I heard that title alone, I was like, that blew me. Okay. My cup is overflowed. As I said, when I get some good tea, my cup has overflowed, y'all. That was the tea right there.
Yes.
Thank you, Carla. So look, y'all heard it here first. We about to get us another good book. Get ready, sis. Let's wipe them tears. We about to heal.
Yes.
So, for those who don't know, Carla is also in the educational field. Mm-hmm. So, I just want to give you a chance to let people know, like, some other stuff that you do other than just writing. So, you're a teacher, you a mom. Like, is there any other things you want to share that you do?
Yeah, so I am a teacher. I teach middle grade education. Language arts is my specialty. I am a mother of 2. I have a son who's 12. Carla and Kylan is 5. My daughter. So I'm a mother. I love, hanging out with my girlfriends, shopping, traveling, reading, writing, also mentoring. And, I'm getting out there with my empowerment speaking. So hopefully I can get some more engagements and start doing some bookings. I have 2 things that are in the works right now, so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, like I'm fun. Now I'm really enjoying life. Like I can really sit here. And I think I said this before, when people used to ask me, Carla, are you happy? I used to get offended by that because I felt like they could tell that I wasn't really happy. Like the mask I was wearing had a crack in it and they could see right through it. So I would get very defensive about that when they asked me, offensive about that when they asked me. But now when people ask me, Carla, are you happy? I'm like, damn right I'm happy. And this is why I'm happy. And I tell my story why I'm happy, because I'm living, I'm loving, I'm growing, and I'm glowing. And what God is doing for me, I'm loving it. Like I can just like feel the difference in myself within like these past 2 years. All because I decided that it was time to take care of me. It was time to love me. It was time to pour into me. And I'm just so grateful that I acknowledged at the time that it was time to make some transformations. Because I think sometimes we don't know. But when you know, honey, I'm tell you right now, God will let you know. Okay, you keep playing, and He'll put you in a position where you can't play no more. Okay.
Yes, look, yes, tell it right, Yolanda. Yes, I love it, and I have to say, as your sister, I've noticed as well, you definitely are looking brighter. You are glowing.
Thank you.
Look, she's more talkative, y'all, because when we first started, Carla was a little shy. Yes. She got comfortable with me. So that means we family, y'all. Yes. I love that. I really do. I'm just so proud. But I definitely agree that now Carla's looking happy. She's glowing. And I love that because that's so true. A lot of people ask us that question. And even I would get irritated by that question. I'd be like, what the heck you asking me that for? Like, well, I don't want to have it. So I know exactly what you mean because I'm starting to feel that way as well. Like, yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, okay. Yes, I love that. So my next question before we do our favorite segment before tea time, because we about to get there. So my last question for you personally is, what do you want your readers to know about you as Carla and not the author? What do you want them to know about you personally?
Ooh, me, Carla the person, we're the same because I write my story. I tell my truth and my purpose through my writing. So what you read in my book, you're reading really about me. You're getting to know me personally. But I would say that I'm a person that is not afraid to speak my truth. I'm not afraid to live the life that I know was designed for me. I'm not compromising anymore. I'm in a place in my life where I'm okay with being single. Let me share this with y'all. Okay. People think that single life is just so detrimental when you get in your 30s. Like, oh my God, you could be married, you could have a husband. And I'm telling you right now, I'm enjoying just being in a place by myself because I really have been able to understand and appreciate what I want in my spouse, what I need in my spouse, but also what I can give my spouse in return, right? When you're broken and you don't love yourself, you're not giving that man what he needs or wants either. So it goes both ways. I think sometimes we forget that as women, we forget that we're asking him to give us all these things, but we're not able to give it to him either. So the relationship is doomed anyway, because we're both just bumping heads. So I'm loving being in my space of singleness right now. I love it. I'm getting able to, like I said, enjoy who I am. I'm exploring some things. I'm able to figure out what I want and what I need.
Exactly.
And, so, I'm really fun. I'm outgoing person. I'm inspiring. I hope I'm encouraging to others. I'm going to say I'm a really dope chick, right?
Yes, you is. I vouch for that.
Honey, when my boy shows up, honey. Okay.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
I'm ready. Okay. I'll be ready by the end, child. I'll be ready.
I know that's right. Look. All the single ladies, take note. Single women are happy too. I don't know why people be acting like they not. Dave's happy too. And my thing is, if you can't be happy by yourself, how you gonna expect to be happy with somebody else? Okay. Because it's not possible. You gotta be happy with yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
So, I truly agree, Carla. Thanks. Look, that's a gem right there. Thanks for dropping some knowledge on single. It's okay. You don't gotta mingle. You can still be happy. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Snapping it up, right, sis? Snapping it up on that one. So, Carla, it's our favorite time of the show. I'm gonna let you say it while I ring the bell. Go ahead and say it.
It's tea time.
Yes, y'all. It's tea time. So come on, get them fingers ready so you can get up in this conversation with us.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know who tea time is, you should know, but if you don't know, I'm going to say it for you anyway. Tea time is when we make a topic off of the author's book, whether it's a title, a phrase, or something that happened in a book, and we turn it into a topic and we talk about it freely. So, Carla, you ready to do tea time off of your book?
I'm ready, girl.
Here we go. So, the tea time question tonight for Carla's book is, what do you think the first step to finding yourself is? What do you think the first step to finding yourself is? So, do you want to go first, Carla, or you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first. I'm going to bounce off of you, sis.
Okay. For me, to finding yourself, first of all, you gotta let go of what people put on you. Because, as we grow up, our parents and aunts and uncles and cousins and all, they put labels on us. And I don't think it's all purposely, but they do put that label on us, like, you gonna be this, and this is who you are, and you're just this. And we end up taking that in and accepting that as that's who we are, as our label. And I feel like you have to remove that and see, no, what do I want to be? What do I feel like I am? And also, we have to let go of that wanting to make other people happy instead of ourselves, because I feel like that's another thing. We are too scared to step out and do other things because we don't want to disappoint and we want to make them happy. So I feel like that's a part of the first step. And for me, the first step also for making myself happy was loving me again. Because what I realized as I got older, I'm not the same person I was when I was 18.
Right.
Because I kept missing that person and wanting that person. I kept saying, when am I going to get back to me? When am I going to get back to me? And then I realized, you're not going to get back to that, girl. You was 18. You 27 now. You a mom now. You a wifey now. You ain't been back to that. Them days is over. It's time to figure out who the new you is and fall in love with the new you, because I couldn't stand the new me, y'all. I couldn't. But I learned to love her, and I learned to figure out what does she want to do. And that's how I got into writing again. That's how I got into doing the show. So it's definitely learning to love to new you and see, are you that same person that you want to be? Or are you a new person now? You got to figure out where you are in your stage of life so you can learn to love yourself again. So I think that's part of taking them first steps to finding yourself. So what about you, Carla?
Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely agree with that. For me, I also think that the first steps are realizing that everything people said about you or you thought about yourself, you have to understand that it's a false narrative. Right? You have to be able to identify the false narratives that you yourself, accountability, has put out there about yourself and what others around you have created as well. Yes. And look inside yourself and really figure out who you really are. And that's when you can start making the changes, and I talked about that going back to childhood. Some people don't understand how important childhood and growing up is.
Woo!
and how it affects your adulthood. And the things that you received and that you didn't receive, how that shaped you. But also taking that and not letting that be a clutch to why you can't grow and glow, right? Because some people say, well, I didn't have this, I didn't have a dad. And well, that's not you can't keep using it. You're 35. Okay, you're 40. You can't keep using it. You're gonna have to reveal that and heal that. Okay, and understand that what you need at the age of 35 was totally different when you were 18, when you was 15, when you was 13. So you have to really sit down within yourself and figure out who you really are and what do you need right now. We got to get out the past. And I had a conversation with a student a couple weeks ago about, the power of, I think it's the power of no, but also the power of now. Sometimes we're so caught up in the past, what happened before, or we're shooting off to the future, what I want 10, 15 years from now. But what about right now? Like you have right now. What do you need and want right now for yourself? And understand that the seasons change. So what I need right now in my life in March may be totally different in August. And that's okay. That's part of the process. That's part of growing. That's part of transforming yourself, right? Transformations of life. So, the first steps, I would encourage people to really figure out who you really are and what do you really want? Do you want these things because you want them or because somebody else is telling you that you need it?
Right.
Or you seeing everybody else have it and they're getting it, You got to figure out things for yourself. It's about you. And that's why my title is I'm Not Leaving You, I'm Loving Me, because I didn't want people to think that this book was going to be about leaving a man. It wasn't really about that. It was about me finding out who I really was and understanding the importance of pouring into myself, loving myself. Yes. So that way I could start building, working on meaningful, relevant relationships after I've got myself together, accountability for myself.
That was powerful. I love how you broke down the title too. Oh my goodness. Look, I know, Mom. Look, she said, thank you, ladies. She came in a little late, but this conversation, ain't it awesome, girl? It is. It is. We got Granny said, speak, Carla. Clap, clap, clap. Yolanda, say so, sis. Yes. Even Sugar Mama got herself to look. She answered the question. You need to know your list, your loss, yourself. That not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Oh, that's not a bad thing? Mm-hmm. To heal. Okay. So she was saying it's not a bad thing if you lost yourself. Sometimes you got to lose yourself to heal. Totally agree.
You do, because sometimes, like I said, you got to get in a space in your life where, you have no choice but to move up, And if you don't, like I said, God will put you in positions where you have no choice but to move. Yes. And it's okay. If you get to that point in your life, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a mess, right? It's when you want to stay in a mess. That's the problem. Okay. Everybody's going to have mess. Everybody's going to have problems. Everyone's going to have obstacles. I'm going to have setbacks, and that's okay. But it's about if you want to sit in it. That's the problem.
I'm still here, Carla. You better have still been preaching while I was gone.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's about, getting out of the mess and making sure that you're doing some changes so you can get out of it. But, there's nothing wrong with losing yourself and, obstacles is what I'm saying. It's about learning from them, though. There's always a lesson or a message in what you're going through.
Yes. Look, Carla, I don't know if you know, but I feel it. You about to be a motivational speaker.
Oh, thank you. I hope so. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it.
You about to be a motivational. Look, now I was right last year. I think I'm gonna be right again this year. You about to be a motivational speaker because you speak life, like for real. And I'm feeling everything you're saying. You're speaking life into me.
Thank you. we have to speak life into each other. I think sometimes, especially with women, Black women, society wants us to pin against each other.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be this, she has to be the winner, and there's got to be a loser in life, and it doesn't have to be that way. If we can come together and help encourage and uplift each other, think about the changes that would happen in our culture, in our communities. If we could just get together and just help each other and encourage each other and make sure that our village is strong, our babies are watching us. And I do this for my kids, I want my kids to really be in tune with themselves, and I talk about this on the struggle panel about my son. I'm raising a Black male, and he's already have two things against him, his skin tone, and he's a male. But I don't want him to go out to the world and not be able to communicate, and not be able to speak his truth, and not be able to give love the way that it should be given. And so, and I told you, we have therapy now. He's going to counseling sessions so that way he can have those tools and he can learn those skills. So that way he can be a great man, a great husband, a great father,
I love that. I love that you said that too. I really respect you for that. Because, I got a son as well. And I respect that you said, I know that I'm raising somebody's husband, somebody's father. And I want to make sure I give them the tools he needs so he can give it his all, be his best. I respect that from mother to mother. So it's not. So look, y'all, if y'all was digging that tea time, which I obviously see y'all was, then you need to read this book, because this topic was based off of Carla's book, I'm Not Leaving You, I'm Loving Me. And if I gave you just a little bit of that topic from the book, then imagine what you'll get if they what, Mom? Read the whole book. Yes. Right, Granny? Snap, snap, snap. So please, Carla, tell them again the title of the book, where they can go get it. Let them know about your social media and remind them of the date for your sale.
Yes. So again, I'm Carla Criswell, the author of I'm Not Leaving You, I'm Loving Me. It is available on Amazon, the ebook and paperback, or you can send me a message if you like an author's copy, and I can mail one out to you. You can find me on Facebook as Carla Eileen. I'm on Instagram as The Professor, THAPROFESSOR 82. And on Twitter as Miss Criswell. That's my social media handles. You can also email me at Carla_Criswell@yahoo.com if you'd like to book me for speaking engagements. I also have some virtual learning workshops that I have to offer as well for women and young girls. So, this is my purpose right now, is to, help women heal and build the tools they need so that way they can make some transformations in their lives. And I'm just glad that I'm part of this journey, and I'm glad God has given me the platform to share and tell my story.
Yes. Give my pen sisters some snaps.
Yes. Oh, and then March 28th, don't forget the book sale, book party. The ebook will be 99 cents and the paperback will be $7.99. March 28th at 6 p.m. So don't forget, put on your calendar and attend the book party.
I done put it on mine. I'm going to remind y'all, though. I'm going to remind y'all because I'm going to do a book release party on here, and I'm definitely going to remind y'all so y'all can get that as well. Okay? Mine's well. Come on now. That's a good deal.
Yes.
So for those who are watching on the replay and those who are watching now, I'm going to give Carla this video so she can leave her information in the comments. So all you got to do is look in the comments for her information, and she'll even leave her book link for you guys. So after this show's over, and if you're watching on the replay, her information will be in the comments below.
Yes.
All right. Carla, I was looking forward to this all week. I ain't gonna lie, I really was.
Me too.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm glad we got to do it live one-on-one.
Yes.
Wasn't over the phone this time. No, it was live. We was on YouTube. That's when I was just starting to try to come into live. So yeah, if y'all want to see what I mean by Carla's growth on our YouTube channel, Carla's old first interview is on there.
Yeah.
So y'all can watch it again if you want to see. Because she's definitely, you have grown. You're definitely different now. I mean that in a good way.
Thank you.
Y'all can also watch her old interview on our Black Girls and Men Inc. YouTube account. If you want to go back and you just love Carla so much and you want to see that, go ahead and watch it.
Please do.
Yes. But Carla, thank you so much for coming on the show. I enjoyed you as always.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. And listen, girl, we're going places, child. Yes, we're going places.
Yes. And Granny said, yes, Carla, you are amazing.
Thank you.
Yes,
you
she is. And I'm going to have Carla a part of one more panel that we're going to be doing later on this year. We're definitely going to do Teachers Rewriting the World. We're going to do a teachers panel for teachers who are authors, and the panel will be called Teachers Rewriting the World. So we're definitely going to have Carla on. I know, right, Mom? My mom said, oh, I like that. So there goes some tea for y'all. Because you know, when I say stuff, we really do it, and you never know when it's coming. So I gave you a little bit of tea, y'all. Teachers Rewriting the World panel will be coming probably in the summertime. So make sure you look out for that. And Carla, we want to welcome you as one of our first people on the panel.
Yes.
Yes. So as always, you know what I'll do. I will let you know. I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you.
Yes. And Yolanda said, thank you, ladies. Beautiful vibes. Thank you as well. Yes. I thank you all for watching the show and supporting us. Please make sure you stay tuned, because the rest of this week, Black Girls Inc. will not be on, but Black Men's Inc. will be coming on this weekend. So stay tuned for that. And thank y'all for your love and support. We really appreciate you. Y'all, I'm your girl, Sister Goose.
And I'm Sugar Mama.
Yes, and you Sugar Mama. And that's my pen sister, Carla. Put your book up to the screen, sis. Make sure you go get her book. I'm Not Leaving You. I'm Loving Me. All right, y'all. That's the end of our show. We are Black Girls Inc. Yes, snap you later.